Good morning, good morning. Oh man, here we are. Good morning, folks. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, Catzilla. Good morning, Derek Anderson. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends. Whew. Good morning. Herbie Von Werby Kebab. Good morning. Happy Labor Day. Good morning, CCS. Good morning, you wonderful people from CCS. CCS hasn't met most of us, has he? I'm kidding. Good morning, Nerd Nature. Good morning, Pacers. Good morning, my friends. Good morning. Happy Labor Day, homeboy. Good morning, my friend. Morning, Paige. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this fine morning? The video just kicked in. Catzilla, there you are. Bill, Nerd, Herbie Vaughn. It's been super peaceful weekend. Still dark, Bill. Bill, where are you where are you, Bill? Where are you located? Like, what's your state? And I don't mean like, I'm awake, state of consciousness. No, like West Virginia, like where are you? Where are you at, Bill? Arizona? You're still dark? Nevada? Good morning. I know it's probably still dark. Let me think. 9:02. Good morning. Yeah, it's probably still dark around, like, you're in Oregon, right, Bill? Bill D? Good morning, Cleany and I, we've been awake for a while. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. You're in Oregon. Yeah, that's what I thought. Jesus Christ. Nobody even knows if, like, the sun shows in Australia. Okay? The only thing we know about Australia is koalas. Okay? That's all we know about Australia. And the Aborigines, we know about that. We know that New Zealand is somewhere around, but it isn't. Like, we don't know if Australia and New Zealand are, like, you know what we think? America, here's what America thinks. America thinks that New Zealand and Australia are the same as, like, Canada and Alaska, right? That's what we think. We think that Canada and Alaska, but then we find out that, like, we still own Alaska, and then we're like, oh, go away, Canada, right? Whereas New Zealand finds out that Australia doesn't belong to them, and they go, thank God. Okay, I think that's where I meant to go with that joke. I think that's where I meant to go with that joke. That was a good joke. Good morning, everybody. Experience by itself is not science. Big day ahead of us. Big day. We might just jump headfirst into this book. I don't know. What did we do last time that we jumped into the book? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Niffer. Good morning, Cleany, by the way. I didn't even know that I don't even think we get to William James yet. Act as if what you do makes a difference. Consider what effects things have. We're gonna have a big day today. We're gonna have a mini, and then we're gonna jump into William James. Big day today for the book, so that we next week can jump into Nietzsche. What? Nietzsche. Oh, I'm excited. I woke up this morning thinking, is it Nietzsche day? I don't know. It's not Nietzsche day, though. It's not. Consider what things... But we got a big day ahead of us. William Jennings, it's a big section today. So good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Pop said, Happy birthday, or happy birthday, happy Labor Day. Tomorrow, stop wearing white. Whatever it is that you have that's white, don't wear it. Apparently, um, you'll get removed from the country, and you'll have to go live in I think Peru. I think that's the where they're sending all the white wearers after Labor Day. You have to go to Peru, and you have to go um, adopt an alpaca, and then you have to shear the alpaca, and then you have to dye the wool. I think that's what, I don't know if alpacas have wool. What's the hair on an alpaca called? Is it wool? I don't know. Is it shul? I don't know what it's called. You know, like the hair on a cow. What's that called? Is that wool, or is that cow, or is that hair? Right? The hair on a sheep, that's wool. The hair on a goat. If you shave the goat, is that wool? No, it's hair. Why? I don't know. But if you shave an alpaca, what is that? Is that wool? Who knows? Good morning, Laura, by the way. We're asking big, bad questions today, okay? We're getting to the root of everything here. Good morning, Badger, by the way. All right? I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the hair of an alpaca? Is it wool? Or is it just hair? Is it darn? No, that's like a yarn. That's a sewing technique. I learned about darning on Jeopardy. Speaking of Jeopardy, I went to the post office the other day and I tried to get Jeopardy stamps. And the lady's like, "Sorry, we just sold out. I tell you what, I'll talk to my manager, and then the next time you come in, she'll be able to tell me when we'll get more Jeopardy stamps in, and then I'll be able to tell you. Just check back in next week." If you would go to the post office the next week to check on Jeopardy stamps, buy them online. It's a lot easier to do it that way. Why would you tell me to check back in the next week? She was super nice about it too. She wasn't being ironic or anything either. But I'm like, I don't think that they're really that big of a deal. Dan said, hold on, Dan, hold on. I'm gonna Google it if I need to. It's wool. Is it wool? It's wool. Okay, we got the delay going on here. Alpaca fur is wool. Dan, see? We're getting to the nitty-gritty important things here. I didn't know that. Thank you, Dan. I didn't know alpaca wool. It's not fur, it's not hair, it's not it's not detritus, it's not hubris. Alright? I would like an wool. But wouldn't cow hair, how warm is a cow? Cows gotta be warm, right? Horse hair. Why is it horse hair, not horse wool? What makes it wool? If you shaved a bear, you'd be in trouble. But is that bear hair? Is it bear fur? Is it a furry bear? Is it a hairy bear? I don't know. What's the hair on a bear? I care. I dare. For you to share. Oh man, we're gonna get to a lot of air rhymes there if I keep going. Where? Here. Oh. And then you do like the off rhymes where it's like kind of rhymes but it doesn't really rhyme. Kind of like rhyming with rhyme. Time. These are the questions I ask. And these are the answers I get from my fans and my friends and the people that are paying attention. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. See, yeah, I think that stuff is too short to process in the yarn or the darn or the smarn. I don't know, swarm. I don't know. Sorry, Dan. I'm in the. You did this to me. I blame Dan. I blame Dan for all of what's going on. Okay. I blame Dan. Okay. I blame Dan for that one. Dan looked it up. Thanks, Dan. Glad you guys are here this morning. Pops last Thursday, he goes, are you gonna do the Labor Day show? Or no, you're gonna do the show on Monday. And I go, yeah, of course I'm gonna do the show on Monday. And he goes, really, on Monday? It's everybody's wondering if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do the show on Monday. I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I do the show on Monday? Because it's Labor Day. I'm like, oh, right, because it's the holiday. I guess I could take that. No, it's late. I don't have a job. Why am I celebrating Labor Day? You, everybody else can celebrate. I don't work. Every day is Labor Day for me. Okay, I have like channel assignments memorized on apps. Like if I log on to Peacock, I know exactly where to go to watch what I want to watch. I know the button combinations. I got those memorized. Like I can do it like when it's like 3 in the morning and I wake up because I heard something loud and I'm like, you know what? I gotta fall back asleep. And so I'm half awake and I'm just watching stuff and I had to change the channel. So just like right, and so you change it and it gets to where you wanted to go, right? I got that memorized. Or you go on or you know the live TV or things like Blitz Out. Like I've got like I know how to like fix a TV. Like that's what I know. I don't work. Morning, Streety, by the way. One of the hardest working fellas I know, by the way, Streety. I'm making that up. I don't know. I've never seen Streety at work. Honestly, I've never seen you at work. Are you a? I'm sure he's a clown at work. All right, like he's with us today, okay? And I've never seen any of you. I've never seen any of you at work. Okay, the only time I've ever seen anybody at work is I don't know. I don't think I've seen maybe CCS when he was trying to choke down the first hit off my dirty bong. And I like the way that sounded, what I just said. So you can replay that and listen to it again if you need to. Dirty bong. Right? Took the first hit off my dirty... I reset it. Not once have I been there next to you at work. If I was next to you at work, we both probably got fired. That's why I'm here today, and you need to go get a job. Okay? If I've ever worked with you, and you're here today listening to me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tell your manager it was my fault. It was me. I did it. I'm the guy that looked at my manager dead in the face when she said, you're not getting the numbers. And I go, no, I can get my numbers. I just can't get your numbers. What a jackass. Come on. Who says that? Who looks at their boss and says, no, I can do what I do. I don't care about what you do. What? I kept my job for a year after that. That was a good job. That was a good one. That was ballsy. I don't have a job. I don't have a job. I do what I want, Dan. Joe, good morning. I do what I want. That was a good one. That was a good... She gave me a quick look, and I looked right back at her. I was like, yeah, that came out of my mouth, and I apologized immediately. But, like, I couldn't say I'm sorry out loud, you know, because then that would, like, really create the dynamic. But it was like, I'm going to shrink a little here, and then I'm going to inch towards the door a touch because of what I'm really... Whoops. I did get fired one time, and I said to the lady, no, my manager at the time, so I'm not calling her that, to the lady, You got people like me working for it that are still working here. Good luck. And I walked out of the office. Um, that was a good one. I like that. That was a good response. You got people like me still working for you. Haha. Good luck. Ooh, that was a good one. I don't, I don't, I don't think she went on the old resume. I don't think I have that one on the resume. I don't think she's the. I don't think that manager is one of those numbers that you put on the old. Hey, go check out what this guy's like. So, kidding, kidding. All of these are jokes. All of these are jokes. Does anybody want a card before we jump into the book? Because it's going to be a big book day. Does anybody want a card? Just a card. I'll give you a card, and we'll do a card, and then we'll do. It's out of the pot deck. We got Homeboy. All right, we've got Homeboy. We got you. Okay. And we've got Niffer. We've got So we've got Homeboy, Niffer. Do we have any newbies? Herbie, any newbies? Herbie, do we have any newbies? If we do, I'm sorry. I want the Queen of Cubes. I want the Queen of Cubes too. Alright, so we've got Homeboy, Niffer, with cards. Sorry about the pausing here, folks. Brain's like, whoop, going on. You know, you fix that. Let's fix that real quick, huh? Let's fix that real quick. Hold on, it's Labor Day. It's a holiday. Let's fix that real quick. Let's do this. Let's fix that real quick. Streety, this is an honor. I can't quite do it on screen because I'll get yelled. I'll get timed out by the blue ant by all three of them. Penny will show up and she'll be like, I think I have to time someone out, and it's gonna, like, by the power of three. Then I'll get timed out for like 15 seconds and it'll be awkward. So I can't quite do this on screen. I can turn a flame on. I can heat up a piece of metal on screen, right? Is that 10? Are we doing a dibble dabble? Yeah, we're doing a dibble dabble dibble. Yeah, we're doing a three-peat. Let's do it. And then we got Niffer and Homeboy, Home Slice, Home Sizzle, Homie. It's Chicago style where you hold it till it's your turn. You're like, alright, cool. Last one. You hold it in. Keep holding it until the next guy starts to take their hit. You're like, fucking hurry up, guy. Sorry, Penny, I owe you like $10. I owe Penny a lot of money for my language. A lot of money. Like, I think I've probably paid off the mortgage on at least on at least a Sea-Doo or two. You know what I mean? She's jet skiing around on some Sea-Doos that I know I've paid for. Okay? That's what I know. Okay. Here we go. Homeboy. Let's just do quick three. All right, let's just do a quick three. All right, homeboy, homathon, homie, home. I'm gonna pick for you here, and we're just gonna go off the top of the deck. Okay, we're gonna do top three are for you, homeboy. All right, and so then that quick three, and then we'll jump into the book. It's a big book day. We got two sections. We got one mini section and a big William Jennings, William. We'll get to it. All right, homie, homeboy, homathon, home skillet, homeschooling, homebody, home. First card is Herbie's van. Get in the van, homie. Actually, no, this is like where you were. What are you doing in Herbie's van? Get out of there. Get out of there, okay? Go get out of there. There's nothing in there that you need, homie. Get out of there, okay? Get out of Herbie's van. Knock it off. Nobody needs to be in there. I've been in Herbie's van. Okay? First off, Herbie, you gotta clean your shit, dude, okay? And I'll pay that $5 for that word, okay? You gotta clean the windshield at least, alright? So, we've got quick three, homie. You were in Herbie's van, hanging out with Herbs. I get it. Okay, then we've got, coming up, now, where you at today? Homie? We've got, of course, everything's ruined. What'd you do in Herbie's van? You broke everything. What are you doing in Herbie's van? Look at you, you're like a bull in a china shop going on here. Herbie had everything perfectly set up, and here you are just running around, this is what I need. This is what I'm doing. I want a little bit of this, I want a little bit of that, homie. Aren't we just doing that sometimes, where it's just like, oh, look at me, and like, look at you. It's all 10 of broken pipes. 10 broken pipes. Jesus Christ. 10 of pipes. That is a horrible card. 10 of pipes. Don't ever get 10 of pipes. Especially when you're just kind of hanging out. You're just kind of cruising around. Where or maybe you're like picking up broken pipes with Herbie. I get it. It's Labor Day. Some people need their trash picked up, and you guys are just offering to go pick up the trash for them on Labor Day. I get it. Good looking out, guys. That means you get... Why can't we bong friends? 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 Yeah! Right? And then, why can't we bong friends? Why can't we... Get rid of your broken pipes, people. Get rid of the broken pipes. Alright, you got a service. You and Herbie have a service, homie. You're like, hey guys, just get rid of your broken pipes. Because then we can just bong friends. We can bong it up. Alright, get rid of the broken pipes. Make room. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Now you're hanging out. Now you're sharing times together. Man, you and Herbie. Homie and Herbie. The Herbie homie service. The homie Herbie. Really trying to make that one work. Okay, Niffer, here you go. We're just doing right off the top of the deck. That was a good reading, by the way. Alright, you and Herbie hanging out, like helping each other out. Nice job, homie. Alright, make sure, like, get rid of it. Just gather it all up. You're like, I have all of this trash, and then you throw it away. And then you get rid of it for everybody. And you're like, alright, I'll trash it. And then everyone can be like, look at my sweet bong, dude. You're like, alright, cool, yeah, sweet bong. Alright, here we go. Niffer. I apologize. Thank God you don't have to ride in Herbie's van, right? Who knows what else is in Herbie's van? Broken pipes and bongs and such. Come on. Get out of there. Alright, Niffer, let's see. Where were you? Where were you the night of? Here we go. Your card is Queen of Pipes. I'm trying not to, like, flirt with Niffer because, like, Cleanie's right there. But, come on. I'm just saying, like, You got the lady right there. This is the lady of. Okay, this is the lady of. She gives like emotional support. She gives like tarot card support. She's the queen of. She's the lady of. Okay, like I get it. All right, we know who you are, Niffer. Quit bragging. All right, I feel like the next card's just gonna take you down. That's what I feel like. I feel like the cards are just setting you up to humble you. All right, so let's see, unless it's like the world or like the lovers. If it's the lovers, then I apologize, Cleanie, and we'll just do 3 more cards. Okay, and I didn't mean for this reading to go the way it did. Okay, all right. So I'm kidding. These are all kidding jokes. I don't mean to like she's not the lady, or you know what I'm saying. Okay. All right, here we go. We got Queen of Pipes, Niffer. We just leading up to what's it? I swear the cards know what they want. The moon. The moon. Ooh. The queen of mystery. Ooh. On the midnights when you're lost and all is gone about you except for the moon. Ooh. The moon is always there. Always watching you no matter what you're doing. No matter how dark it may be, there's still the moon. You know, without the creepy, crazy laugh. Right? But there she is. She's right there. She's the dream. She'll dream along with you. You know, I said to a friend of mine the other day, I hope sweet dreams to you. She said, sweet dreams to you. And I go, I hope I meet you behind the moon. That's a good one. I like that one. I hope I meet you behind the moon. Right? Right? So this is, I don't know, I'm meeting, alright. So anyhow, here we go. Okay, alright. Again, I'll do 3 other cards, Cleanie. If you tell me I need to, and you like pull the plug, alright, guy. You know, like, I get it, okay? But here we go. We got final card. What's this all mean? This all means it's 7 of Pipes. We're all just family, just hanging out. Where are you at? You're on the couch there. You're on the floor over there. You're looking at the art over there. You're watching TV over there. We're just doing our own things. We're just doing our own things. You know, Cleanie and Niffer, they're doing their thing up in Jersey. I think somewhere around there. You know, we've got Bill over in Oregon. We've all got our own places. You know, I get it. Sandy down in Tennessee. I almost said Kentucky. I don't know why. I feel like if I say Kentucky when someone should be from Tennessee, is that like cussing at them? Is that bringing their mom into the situation? Like if I accidentally say someone's from Kentucky when they're from Tennessee, do I have to like, am I in an imbroglio at that time? I don't know. Because like if someone were to say, hey, you're from Council Bluffs, I might know I'm from Omaha. Like I get it, you know, you can't be from Council Bluffs. Anyhow, we've all got our positions because we're all just hanging out, being a part of. And that's Niffer, if I've ever told you that. Like, she's just making sure that we're all a part of and feeling comfortable. You know? You okay over there? Yeah, I'm all right over here. You all right over there? Yeah, I'm okay over here. You know? That's Niffer if I've ever known her. Thank you, guys. The homie and Herbie with the blowing it up with our friends. We've got Niffer making sure that, like, every place is home. Every place is home with Niffer. Am I right, Cleanie? He knows. Thank you, guys, for letting me have fun a little bit there. Let's jump right into the book. We got a big book section to come up here. 2 sections, so... Thank you, homie. Thank you, Niffer. Thank you, Herbie and Cleanie, for letting me bring you guys into the reading as well. You guys are a lot of fun. So let's get to the reading here. Sandy, too. I think I brought Sandy into it. So you can go to thedetroitmushlab.net. And check out some stuff there, CCS and such, you know, whatever. Might have some of what you're looking for over at thedetroitmushlab.net. All right, let's jump into the book. Our section that we're at. Believe in life. Oh, we got some really neat ones coming up here. Anxiety is the dizziness. The freedom is let's get to it. Consider what effects things have. We've been reading this book for a few months, maybe years. I don't know however long it's been. So consider what effects things have. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good morning, Waz. Good morning to Waz. Got here just in time. I think I conjured the Waz when I said the word dizziness. My teeth are breaking down and I can't say dizzy very easily. And he gave me some smack about it the other day. He's like, what of freedom? I was like, the of freedom. And he's like, oh, all right. Consider what he doesn't sound like that, okay? Like, not at all. That sounds jerky, and he's not jerky at all. He might have been, I don't know. We were all altered at that time, and he probably sounded like, I think he sounded like a leaf. Consider what effects things have. Charles Sanders Peirce, although he spells his name Peirce. So I already don't trust this guy. Charles Sanders Peirce was the scientist, logician, and philosopher of science who pioneered the philosophical movement known as pragmatism. Oh, okay. Deeply skeptical of metaphysical ideas, such as the idea that there is a real world beyond the world we experience, the Matrix, if you will. He once asked his readers to consider what is wrong with the following theory. A diamond is actually soft and only becomes hard when it is touched. So apparently he wrote somewhere that everyone was reading him, and he goes, tell me what's wrong with this phrase. A diamond is actually soft and only becomes hard when it is touched. Peirce, shut up, Jesus Christ in Australia. Peirce argued that there is no falsity in such thinking, for there is no way of disproving it. However, he claimed that the meaning of a concept, such as diamond or hard, I swear to God, Jesus Christ in Australia, is derived from the object or quality that the concept relates to. All right, let's start this over again, and let's pretend that we're not 14. Peirce argued that there is no falsity in such thinking. Remember, the diamond is soft until it's touched, then becomes hard. He argued there is no falsity in such thinking, for there is no way of disproving it. However, he claimed that the meaning of a concept, such as diamond or hard, is derived from the object or quality that the concept relates to. Well, we wouldn't call it a diamond if it was soft. And the effect it has on our senses. Whether we think of the diamond as soft until touched or always hard, before our experience, therefore, is irrelevant. Under both theories, the diamond feels the same and can be used in exactly the same way. However, the first theory is far more difficult to work with, and so is of less value to us. this idea that the meaning of a concept is the sensory effect of its object is known as the pragmatic maxim. And it became the founding principle of pragmatism. The belief that the truth is the account of reality that works best for us. So, if you think back to the Matrix, Cypher, I think it's Cypher, when he's making the actual decision to go back to the Matrix, that's what he's actually considering, the effect of it all. He's like, you know what? I'm okay. That's where I want to go. He claimed, so let's start this over again. No, I don't want to start this over again. It's the belief that the truth is the account of reality that works best for us. Remember, because he yelled at Tank. He's like, dude, I've been dealing with this stuff for 9 years. It sucks here. I'm in the Matrix, and I can enjoy steak anytime I want. Now they're gonna make me rich. I'm gonna go there. I want to go there. That's my reality. All right, Cypher. He claimed, one of the key things Pierce was trying to accomplish was to show that many debates in science, philosophy, and theology are meaningless. He claimed that they are often debates about words rather than reality, because they are debates in which no effect on the senses can actually be specified. We're not talking about things that we're actually going through or doing. Well, we're really narrowing things down, aren't we? In just the past 50 years of philosophy, we've shooed away the concept of God. We've shooed away the concept of the state. And now we've shooed away the concept of our own hope of reality. No, reality is what reality is. Holy crap. These past 50 to 75 years of philosophy have been we're really kicking our own asses here. Thinking our way into a bunch of buckets. All right. William James says, when he was alive, 1842 to 1910, he goes, act as if what you do makes a difference. Morning, Kim. Act as if what you do makes it. I'm going to try and emphasize this. Emphasis this. I'm going to put emphasis on different words to try and get this across a little bit. Act as if what you do makes a difference. Okay? Act as if what you do makes a difference. Okay, last one. Act as if what you do makes a difference. Okay, so the first one, act as if what you do makes a difference, I think is the way that we're supposed to look at the phrasing. Okay, act as if what you do makes a difference. William James. There's a big section here, so strap in, folks. Let's go. Over the course of the 19th century, as the United States began to find its feet as an independent nation, philosophers from New England, such as Henry David Thoreau and Ralph Waldo Emerson, gave a recognizably American slant to European romantic ideas. But it was the following generation of philosophers who lived almost a century after the Declaration of Independence, that came up with something truly original. The first of these, Charles Sanders Peirce, the guy we just checked out, proposed a theory of knowledge he called pragmatism, but his work was hardly noticed at the time. It fell to his lifelong friend William James, godson to Ralph Emerson, to champion Peirce's ideas and develop them further. Truth and usefulness. Central to Peirce's pragmatism was the theory that we do not acquire knowledge simply by observing, but by doing. Remember, it's the empiricism versus rationalism argument here coming up. And that we rely on that knowledge only so long as it is useful. Whatever we learn, we remember because we have to. In the sense that it is adequate, in the sense that it adequately explains things to us. We only, I've read a lot of books about quantum physics. And at the time that I read those books about quantum physics, I knew a lot about quantum physics. You ask me now about quantum physics, I know diddly, in comparison to what I knew after I read those books about quantum physics. You know why? I don't do quantum physics every day. Consider it another way of looking at it is, and this is before even reading the book, and I'm heckling hard here, riding a bike. You don't ride a bike every day. You learn how to ride a bike. And now, probably 20 years later, you could probably pick up a bike and ride it. Probably. Unless you're just a goofball. So what these guys are saying is the world is just you riding the bike. You're probably not going to have to do that again. But you're gonna be able to if you have to. When it no longer fulfills that function, or better explanations make it redundant, we replace it. Now instead of riding a bike, you drive a car. I don't know, you know what I'm saying. For example, we can see by looking back in history how our ideas about the world have changed constantly. From thinking that the earth is flat to knowing it to be round. Sorry, flat earthers. From assuming that Earth is the center of the universe to realizing that it is just one planet in a vast cosmos. The older assumptions worked perfectly adequately as explanations in their time. They did. They were perfect. They were great. Yet, they are not true. And the universe itself has not changed. This demonstrates how knowledge as an explanatory tool is different from facts. That's a big one. Consider that. Peirce examined the nature of knowledge in this way, but James was to apply this reasoning to the notion of truth. Blowing my mind there for a minute. Wow, all right. For James, the truth of an idea depends on how useful it is, pragmatism. That is to say whether or not it does what is required of it. Okay, this is going to get into the weeds, and if I lose some of you, don't worry, I'm right next to you. I'm going to try and find my way back. All right? So, strap in. Here we go. Woo! If an idea does not contradict the known facts, such as laws of science, and it does provide a means of predicting things adequately or accurately enough for our purposes, he says there can be no reason not to consider it true. In the same way that Peirce considered knowledge as a useful tool irrespective of the facts. I'm trying to think of it's like when you know that there's a shortcut to doing things, but there's an actual way of doing things. I don't know. Let's just keep going. This interpretation of truth not only distinguishes it from fact, but also leads James to propose that the truth of an idea is not a stagnant property inherent in it. Truth happens to an idea. It becomes true and is made true by events. Its verity is in fact an event, a process. So when we talk about something being true, and then it becoming true, that's a process. If we can prove something is true, if we can... Perfect example. Sorry. Perfect example. That is the piece from a squirt nozzle out of a squirt bottle. That is. I've turned it into a seahorse refinery. I've turned it into a piece onto my seahorse refinery, which this is. So no, that is actually a seahorse refinery. That's what that is. It is not a piece off of a squirt bottle anymore. It is actually the piece off of a part. It's actually the part of a seahorse refinery. So that's the concept of truth and the usefulness of it. Is no, it's not. It's what I'm using it for. Yeah. All right. We can repurpose truth, according to William James. Whew! Alright, hold on. Let's take a... That's his big idea, is you can repurpose truth. You can repurpose ideas into what you need them for. Okay. Jump right back to it. This interpretation of truth not only distinguishes it from fact, but also leads James to propose that the truth of an idea is not a stagnant property inherent in it. Truth happens to an idea. It becomes true and is made true by events. Its verity is in fact an event, a process. Any idea, if acted upon, is found to be true by the action we take. Putting the idea into practice is the process by which it becomes true. James also thinks that belief is an idea, that belief in an idea is an important factor in choosing to act upon it. And in this way, belief is a part of the process that makes an idea true. If I am faced with a difficult decision, my belief in a particular idea will lead to a particular course of action and so contribute to its success. It is because of this that James defines true beliefs as those that prove useful to the believer. Again, he is careful to distinguish these from facts, which he says are not true. They simply are. truth is the function of the beliefs that start and terminate among them. What? Basically, reality is a chess game that we get lost in sometimes. The right to believe. Every time we try to establish a new belief, it would be useful if we had all the available evidence and the time to make a considered decision. But in much of life, we do not have that luxury. Either there is not enough time to examine the known facts, or there's not enough evidence, and we are forced to a decision. And we have to rely on our beliefs to guide our actions, and James says that we have the right to beliefs in these cases. James explains this by taking the example of a man lost and starving in a forest. When he sees a path, it is important for him to believe that the path will lead him out of the forest and to habitation, because if he does not believe it, he will not take the path and will remain lost and starving. But if he does, he will save himself. By acting on his idea that the path will lead him to safety, it becomes true. In this way, our actions and decisions make our belief in an idea become true. Whether or not it's an actual path, like to safety or into a bear's den, and now you got beat by, now you're getting eaten by a furry, hairy, woolly bear, whatever, that's up to you. But stay true to yourself, I guess. This is why James asserts, act as if what you do makes a difference. To which he adds the typically concise and good-humored writer, it does. We must, however, approach this idea with caution. A shallow interpretation of what James is saying could give the impression that any belief, no matter how outlandish, could become true by acting upon it. Which, of course, is not what he meant. Oh man, I almost got super political and said some stuff there. I got a lot of calling people out. Vanilla Ice. Just because you call yourself a rapper doesn't mean you don't belong not being called a rapper. I don't know. I like Vanilla Ice. I'm singing that song after this. Okay, let's do this. There are certain conditions that an idea must fulfill before it can be considered a justifiable belief. The available evidence must weigh in its favor, and the idea must be sufficient to withstand criticism. In the process of acting upon the belief, it must continually justify itself by its usefulness in increasing our understanding or predicting results. And even then, it is only in retrospect that we can safely say that the belief has become true through our acting upon it. I'm going to try and scan through that and see if I need to reread that. What the hell did I just... The available evidence must weigh in its favor. The idea, it must be sufficient to withstand, right, in certain conditions. And even then, it is only in retrospect that we can say... I guess Vanilla Ice was a rapper, You know, like in retrospect, I guess that was rap music at the time. I don't know. Okay, reality as a process. James was a psychologist as well as a philosopher, and he sees the implications of his ideas in terms of human psychology as much as in the theory of knowledge. He recognized the psychological necessity for humans to hold certain beliefs, particularly the religious ones. James thinks that while it is not justifiable as a fact, belief in a God is useful to its believer if it allows him or her to lead a more fulfilled life or to overcome the fear of death. These things, a more fulfilled life and a fearless confrontation of death, become true. They happen as the result of a belief, and decisions and actions are based upon it. Along with his pragmatic notion of truth, and very much connected with it, James proposes a type of metaphysics that he calls radical empiricism. This approach takes reality to be a dynamic, active process, in the same way that truth is a process. Like the traditional empiricists before him, James rejected the rationalist notion that the changing world is in some way unreal. But he also went further to state that for pragmatism, reality is still in the making, as truth is constantly being made to happen. This stream of reality, he believes, is not susceptible to empirical analysis either. Both not susceptible to empirical analysis either, both because it is in continual flux and because the act of observing it affects the truth of the analysis. Boy, I'm blowing my brain here, okay? In James's radical empiricism, from which both mind and matter are formed, the ultimate stuff of reality is pure experience. Look, the reason why this is blowing my mind, I'm going to lose here, I'm going to lose maybe one or two, maybe everybody here, is because if you go to physics, not philosophy, not metaphysics, but you go to physics, and you go to Schrodinger's cat, which is either alive or dead, before you look at it in the box. Like, you got Schrodinger's cat. Schrodinger probably, maybe based, I don't know, man. What? William is like, look, just make a decision. Is the cat dead or alive? Just make a decision and then keep going. He's already answered the question before it was even asked. That's what's blowing my mind. All right, continuing influence. Pragmatism, proposed by Peirce and expounded by James, established America as a significant center for philosophical thought in the 20th century. James's pragmatic interpretation of truth influenced the philosophy of John Dewey and spawned a neo-pragmatism school of thought in America that includes philosophers such as Richard Rorty. Okay. There's a period there, I can't quite see it. Okay. In Europe, Bertrand Russell and Ludwig Wittgenstein were indebted to James's metaphysics. His work in psychology was equally influential and often intimately connected with his philosophy, notably his concept of the stream of consciousness, which in turn influenced writers such as Virginia Woolf and James Joyce. basically, William Jennings says if it's important to you, then do something about it. If it's not that important, then it doesn't have to be real. Then how real is it? It's not even a part of your life. Not even a part of your actual reality. It's not even, whether it's a fact or not, it's just not even there. You don't care. It's not even a part of your world at all. So what do you care if it's real or not? It doesn't mean anything to you. Wow. Blowing minds here. What do you care if it's real or not? It doesn't mean anything to you. Radical ideas coming out. Radical ideas. Next week. God is dead. I don't mean that. Nietzsche blows the roof off a lot. With his existentialism, with the superhuman, his id, his ego. Oh, especially the ego. Whew! And you know a guy that knows a little bit about ego. What I mean. Thanks, guys. It's been a heck of a show. Let's get out of here, huh? I don't know. Should we get out of here? Whoops. Hold on. Let me grab my lid. Hold on. Should we get out of here? No, I gotta do the song. Hold on. Bum 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 bum. Yo, boom. Hold on. Just trying to clear out all of my many notifications here. Boom boom bum gadum gadum bum 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 gadum bum bum. You know, then you hear like the ding ding dum 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 gadum dum 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 gadum dum dum. Hold on. We got that. Hold on. Dum 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 dum. Shum dum 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 dum. Here we go. Here we go. Boom bagadum ba. Pressure pushing down on me, pressing down on you. No more than ask more for. Under pressure, you're like, it's not real ice, right? You're like, boom boom bagadum da dum da. Boom boom. You're like, yeah, cool. Relax, attack the mic like a vandal, I know all the words, under pressure, that brings a building down, splits a family in two, puts people on streets, and that's okay. The terror of knowing what this world is about, watching some good man scream and I'm out. Pray tomorrow gets me higher. Pressure on people on streets. Boom boom bum 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 bum. Okay, boom boom bum. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do. Let's get to it. Let's get to the actual. You're like, no, we're doing it. Yo, VIP, let's kick it. Ice, boom 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 boom. Here we go. I'm not gonna, I can't do it. I'm not ice. Alright, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Everybody, if you actually know the words to this song, I grew up, in my 20s and 30s, I had friends that would look at each other and almost judge each other as they sang the song to each other. And they knew all of these words. Dance. Go rush to the speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Lover to leave it, you better gang way. You better hit bullseye, the kid don't play. If there's a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Doom, 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 the Ice Ice Baby, right? Vanilla Ice Ice Baby. I didn't know. I never heard the vanilla. You know, you don't, all you think of is Ice Ice Baby. Doom, 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 doom. Ice, right? No, it's Vanilla Ice Ice Baby. Doom, 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 doom. Now that the party is jumping, with the bass kicked in and the Vegas are pumping. Quick to the point, no faking. Cooking MCs like a pound of bacon. Burning them if you ain't quick and nimble. I go crazy when I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat with a souped up tempo. I'm on a roll, it's time to go solo. Rolling in my 5-0 with my rap top down as so my hair can blow. The girlies on standby waving just to say hi. Did you stop? No, I just drove by. Keep on pursuing to the next stop. I busted a left and I'm heading to the next block. Look, the block was dead, yo, so I continued to A18 Beachfront Avenue. All right, that's where I wanted to go. All right, the Uber said A18 Beachfront Avenue, and I need 5 stars, okay? If I get another 1-star review, Uber's gonna call me up, and I got nothing to say to them except girls were hot wearing less than bikinis. Rock man lovers driving Lamborghinis. Jealous because I'm not getting mine. Shay with a gauge and a vanilla with a 9. Shay with a gauge and a vanilla with a... Guns? What? Ready for the chumps on the... What? When the hell did Vanilla Ice start having guns? When did he start packing? I didn't know he packed. The chumps acting ill because they're full of 8-ball. Gunshots ring out like a bell. I grabbed my 9. All I heard were shells falling on the concrete real fast. Wow, this turned into like a report from like the Outlands, you know what I mean? Like I jumped in my car and I slammed on the gas. Bumper to bumper, and like the avenue's packed, and I'm trying to get away before the jackers jack, and the police are on the scene, you know what I mean? Yeah. And they passed me up, confronted all the dope fiends, alright? They were there on the corner, they were like, I'm doping, I'm a fiend, and they were confronted by the cops, they were there, the police, and there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. I feel like that Vanilla, like, you were really into the story there, and I was like, I feel like you're like season 3 or season, when you're like Walking Dead, when they killed Glenn, you know, everybody knew that Glenn was supposed to die, because he is supposed to die like twice, right? And so I feel like this is right, like, you know, when it's made for syndication, you know, and like when the bat almost hits his head and it switches to a commercial, because you don't want to see, you know, Glenn, you know, do that again, you know, and he's like turn into a zombie and like they gotta hit him again. Like, you don't want to see that, you know what I'm saying? All right? And so I feel like that's what Vanilla just did here, and he's like, no, we don't want to see Glenn turn into a zombie. Okay? Ice baby, Vanilla, okay, is there more? There's so much. There's not much more. Take heed, because I'm a lyrical poet. Yes, he is. Miami's on the scene, just in case you didn't know it. My town that created all the bass sound, enough to shake and kick holes in the ground, 'cause my style's like a chemical spill, feasible rhymes that you can vision and feel. He's fracking. He's fracking Miami with his music. He's just raking all the minerals out of the earth with his music. This chemical spill of a song. Conducted and formed, this is a hell of a concept. Thinks really high of himself. We make it hype, and you want to step. With this, Shay plays on the fade. Slice like a ninja, cut like a razor blade. So fast other DJs say, damn. If my rhyme was a drug, I'd sell it by the gram. That's the best rhyme of the song right there. Alright? We make it hype and you want to step. With this, Shay plays on the fade. Slice like a ninja, cut like a razor blade. So fast that the DJs say, damn. If my rhyme was a drug, I'd sell it by the gram. I like that. That sounds good. Keep my composure when it's time to get loose. Magnetized by the mic while I kick my juice. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Vanilla. That was... Yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to your mother. Ice, ice, baby, too cold. Ice, ice, baby, too cold, too cold. Ice, ice, baby, too cold, too cold. It's the lyrics. Ice, too cold, too cold. Busting caps. I didn't know. I've never listened to the song before. I didn't know he got into a gunfight. He's like, I'm a lyrical poet. And if you didn't know it, now you know it. I'm going to show it. We're going to do this for it. And then I'm going to, and then the humana. Actually, I think Eminem rhymed humana with like an actual word, and we were all like, isn't it supposed to be humana? We're like, humana. And, you know, like, I love, anyhow, here we go. Let's get the hell out of here before I, anger the Vanilla Ice gods. Okay? Let's get out of here. Busting caps, Jen. Humana. Let's get out of here. Is Laura here? No, it was MVP. It was. The song, like, we all knew, like, we could all do, like, the backdrop, you know, the Australian lady from, sorry, Jesus Christ, the Australian lady in the Olympics at the breakdancing when she did the old crawling around on the mat. Like, look, I can't breakdance. I have a bookcase. I can breakdance better than that. We all knew, like, the house party, like, kid and play, like, you drop down and like, you drop and you catch yourself with the hand and then you push yourself back up. Like, that was the one move. That was the hip hop like move that we knew. Like, that was the Vanilla, and then you kick the leg out because you were young enough and like you could like maintain your balance. You know, like we kind of all knew. You know, or like we knew, like, or Vanilla Ice baby. Let's get out of here. Let's do the lore. I love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being here for each other, for learning, for enjoying each other. I hope I didn't offend anybody. If I did, okay. Oh, I was the. You know, it's funny. The older I get, the more I realize how I look, right? And the things that I did as a younger fella. I was a goofball. Am. Like, whatever memories anybody has of me dancing around, I apologize that you might have been, you know, like, no way. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I appreciate you, my guy. It's not even, like I said, like, if I had an actual job, then maybe Labor Day would mean something to me. But, like, tomorrow, Labor Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, like, there are some people that think that Halloween is every day. No. Every day is Labor Day and Veterans Day. For me, it's Veterans Day. that was a little that was a little dramatic, wasn't it? Because my mom and dad were both in the Marines. It was all Veterans Day to me. Like, come on, guy, settle down, settle down. It's more Lobster Day to me, right? Isn't it? Anyhow, let's do the Laura, and we'll get the hell out of here. Before I'm gonna insult everyone. It'll be fine. I'm gonna quit calling it the Laura. Can we? Maybe she's not even here to defend herself. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. The hug. Let's give each other a hug. I think we need to practice. In fact, let's practice, okay? Hold on. Let's say you're meeting someone. Hey, you look like you need a hug. I do need a hug. Do you need a hug? I need a hug. What happens when you want a hug and someone has a hug that you want? And then you have a hug and they want your hug. How do you exchange hugs? Let's learn. First, you take your left arm and you wrap it around. I'm not going to hug the pillow, you weirdos. I'm not doing that. You wrap it around. I'm not doing it, okay? You thought I was. You were like, what kind of show is this? This is really weird. I don't know if I like this. This is really uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. Where did he get that pillow from? It's just like right there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Get out of my head, okay? You take your left arm and you put it around. You wrap it around, okay? You wrap it around. Hugs to you, Shine. Hugs to you. And then you take your right arm and you wrap. Don't laugh at that, Paige, because you're going to make Niffer. I said Paige. I'm sorry. I meant Paige, and I also meant Niffer. Don't laugh at it, Niffer, because then you're going to make me think I'm... Anyhow, you take your left arm here, and then you take your right arm, and you just kind of like... You don't want to let go. You just kind of like, all right, I'm not going to let you go. You're not going to let me go. Okay, and then I'm not going to let you go. You're like, I'm not going to let you go. And you're like, okay, so here you go. So now you just kind of, you squeeze in just a little bit. Just a touch. Just a little bit. If the amount of squeezing, the amount of like, is enough really, not even enough to like bruise an apple. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to put the amount of, like, even the biggest, hardest, heaviest hug that wasn't meant to hurt me, and I've had some hugs meant to hurt me, all right? And you know what? I apologized to my girlfriend at the time. I don't know what I did to her to make her mad, okay? But she hugged me to hurt me, and 2 ribs broken, and I'm kidding, that never happened, and I went with that joke for no reason. All right, so here we go. You give the hug, and then now you have a hug to give. I lost it. Nope, no, I got it back now. You know what I mean? Like, that's the beauty of a hug. It's like, it's not, I give a hug and you get a hug. Okay, everybody, let's get out of here. Derek Anderson is always a big fan of the many different ways that I end the show, and like last week I did the old Sopranos ending, and this week I think I'm just gonna be like, bye.